I got some more bad news for Vince McMahon in this video. I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm talking about. It's ironic I actually had bad news for Vince McMahon considering the horrific allegations that have faced him right now. So I chuckle, right? Because Vince McMahon has been in the headlines for a while now as WB and TKO look to continue to distance themselves from him following the allegations that he's facing due to a lawsuit that alleges McMahon was involved in sex trafficking, sharing nude photos, explicit videos of former WWE employee Janelle Grant without her consent, among other things, including from other women, if their NDAs hold up and they're not null and void. Something that is possible, but it doesn't appear to be the case. Now, look, once the lawsuit came out, Vince McMahon, well, he resigned from his duties at TKO, and the company and former WWE executive John Laurinaitis, well, they're also named in this lawsuit. It's a horrific lawsuit, like I said. Now, at the same time, McMahon has been cashing out his TKO stock in recent months, with the latest transaction coming this week, as well as in November. Now, this week, or in March, whenever you're listening to this, he sold 5.3 million TKO shares, a value of $412 million. Now, he previously sold stock in November for $612 million. Now, keep in mind that he still owns about 15 million shares, or 9% of all TKO stock. Here's the first bit of news. So, TKO COO Mark Shapiro had a talk at the Morgan Stanley conference where he noted that McMahon has nothing to do with the company and is not coming back. He stated McMahon, doesn't work for WB. Or excuse me, let me rephrase this. He does not work for the company. He does not work for the company, and he's not coming back to the company. They do not talk to him. They do not know his motives, his plans, his timelines, nothing. Now this, let's take a step back. Why would he come back? How could he come back? So there was a misconception. When he took WWE public in 2001, he had what is called, it's either A or B level shares of stock. If I go and I buy WWE stock, I have a certain voting power if I would have been on the board of directors. Okay? McMahon had higher shares. So if I had one vote and he had one vote, his one vote would be the equivalent of 3 votes. That's how he forced his way back in January of 2023 or December of 2022, around then. Okay? He can't do that because he's not the majority shareholder of TKO. He's not. So he can't force his way in, therefore he's not coming back. And God only knows what's going to happen with him from a legal standpoint. It's very possible that whatever the feds are looking into, whatever they have uncovered that we don't know yet, they could try to charge him with federal crimes. We also don't know what's going to happen with this lawsuit with Janelle Grant. We also don't know what's going to happen with these other women. Now, here's another piece of bad news for Vince McMahon. It's not necessarily that it's this example, but it's the overall scope of it. So WB 2K24, it's out. Okay? It is out. People can play it. Yada, yada, yada. That's great. Now, fans have started to notice, once playing the early editions of the game, that McMahon has been blurred out of some 2K24 showcase cutscenes. Now, it should be noted that not all of these scenes have been blurred out, a la his face. But he was removed from the WB 2K24 roster. TKO and WB 2K24 evidently are just intertwined in my mind. What does this mean in the large landscape of everything? Well, it means that they're trying to distance themselves. It means that they are trying to erase him from WWE history. That's what this means. Okay? And rightfully so. If these allegations are true, he is a horrific individual and he deserves every bit of whatever justice is coming to him. Just my take.